Another one ready. I've just been assembling these. I had to get to do a few shorter bolts for these. I had big long ones before. Here's how I cut that washer, the little square piece in the washer, and then rounded it back to fit in there. So that turns. When I milled out these, all I did was I had a guess. So with that guess, I didn't measure. I just did it by eye, and I just picked up a 3/16 keyway for it, and the keyway is absolutely bang on. It's so close. There's a really nice piece of milling. I did the whole thing by eye. So there's that one. In fact, my little milling bit used to be quite a lot longer, and because I've been milling this hardened steel, every time I do a couple of passes, I've just been taking it onto the diamond wheel and just slicing the end off it. I don't have to cut down straight in. All I have to do is side milling. So every time I do a couple of passes, it overheats, and I just grind a piece off the end, and I keep on going. This is the one that I did with the file, and that one there is also pretty nuts on. Oh, I could just about put him in there and pick it up. I was just missing some of the I got stainless steel washers that fit in between there, so they don't so that if you tighten them up they don't crank up. So I got 2 of those for each one, and that basically gives it so that you can't over tighten them, which means if you over tighten them you'd crush the cone of that thing. They've got all their little grease holes in them. So those are just about ready to go. And we've got 2 more of these. Actually, that one there. Oh no, that's better. And then some lock washers for the top of those. I forgot get my track guides on. I've got this side done. That's all ready. I've also got the tracks have been painted. I sandblasted them. Oh, sorry, I didn't sandblast the tracks. I sandblasted the body. But the tracks I didn't bother sandblasting. I just gave them a rinse down with kerosene and painted them. So they're ready to go on very shortly. All the body's been sandblasted because it had a lot of powdery stuff. Some of that angle steel off the transmission towers was pretty powdery, so I sandblasted all that sort of stuff and gave all the rest of it just a light sanding. The back axle's in there now, just ready for the rollers at the back, and we'll have a go at putting the as soon as I put the last set of bogies on the other side, I'll stick the tracks on. One little problem I'm having at the moment is when you turn the wheels, that could be a little bit tight, but that axle might start turning. Oh, that one, yeah, that axle there turns as you go around. So I'm going to have to figure a way of stopping that axle turning, because the grease is in the middle of the rollers, and if the axle turns it's going to quickly wear away that. So I'm not sure, even if I put a little dab of weld on there, just a little dab just to stop them turning might be the trick. I haven't figured that out yet. The other thing is to put a tab on the side of it, weld a tab on the side of it, and then self-tap a bolt into each tab. That's a little bit like my digger's done, but there might be an easier way of doing that. I haven't figured it out yet. There we go, sticking a set of tracks on. I put my welding gloves on because these things could cut your fingers off if you get it wrong. This would come off. Got a track unpainted there. Piece of cake. drop that down on that side down and have a look. Now we cook it. Just tighten the track up a little bit. Now we're looking like something good. I nicely missed a whole lot of paintwork on the track there. I suppose I can get it if I roll it up to the top. But that'll probably be the tightness of the track. Where that track lies is the tension of the whole thing. So you don't actually have a tight track on this. If you had the track too tight, this wheel here would start riding up. These bogies would start tilting up in the front, and you want it just tight enough so that they lie flat on the ground. I'm pretty happy with that. It's supposed to be 10 mils off the body, and it's a bit close for some reason. Why is that? Well, it's probably just because I haven't straightened them up. Should be right. It should be 10 mils off there. That looks okay. Woo-wee! Now we're cooking. Now, next video I'll have the all these put in, chains up, and I've had to go with it on just test running it before I painted it, and you can actually roll the chains very easy. They're a piece of cake. This thing, oops, I can't do that because there's wheels on the trolley, but you can actually roll the chain around quite easy. We put it up on this scales the other day, and the chassis and the chains were 130 kgs. So with the motor, transmission and all the other bits, I think we're looking at over 200 kgs. She's getting to be a beast. Hopefully at the very most it might go 220 kgs. But now that's starting to look pretty cool.